Hey gang, let's talk about sexuality. Now I just uploaded a video that had some elements of sexuality, and this surprised some people because this is known as a very wholesome, all ages friendly channel, and I try and keep things clean. However, if you've been following me for a few years now, you would know that in the past, I have uploaded some videos that do contain some elements of sexuality. In fact, if you look at the most viewed video on this channel, it's a sexual video. And I'm not ashamed of it. It's an artistic video and just about expressing something and entertaining people. Now, to many people, the mere mention of sex is, ooh, it's bad, it's dirty. But I think we should be able to discuss sexuality, at least in a very scientific way. Now let's talk about sexuality. I think that it's a very important thing that shouldn't be ignored. I've been wanting to do a video where I talk about this for a while now. Sexuality is what drives life, at least in humans. And without sexuality, none of us would be here. Now, if sexuality is the driving force in life, what causes sexuality? What drives it? The answer to that is basically testosterone. And if there ever was such a thing as a mind-altering drug, it would be testosterone. Testosterone causes you to do things. It'll make you go win athletic competitions, go out, get a good job, make lots of money, but it'll also cause you to do things that you regret. A good example of that would be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because of his high testosterone, he had this strong drive, he became a champion athlete, he became a huge movie star, he became an important political figure, but ultimately, it kind of led to his downfall a bit when he had his scandal with his maid. Testosterone is responsible for the sex drive in both men and women, but men have so much more of it than women that they can't quite understand how we think and the types of thoughts that we think. Sex should be something that parents can talk to their kids about, even if it's just in a very simple, basic way. I know my dad said to me, when you hit puberty, it's going to cause you to think about girls. Now, I would take things a little bit further and maybe say something like, when you hit puberty, it's going to cause you to think about girls and cause you to think about doing some weird things to those girls, and maybe even cause you to think about inanimate objects. But leave that vacuum cleaner alone. I also think that sex education should be an important part of schools, because schools should be about preparing kids for life and educating, informing, and giving people facts. And the schools should cover the science and teaching people these things, and maybe the parents can teach kids the facts as well as give them the morals to be responsible. Now I know that some people think that if you talk to kids about sex, it's going to cause them to do it and they're going to go out and be promiscuous and get pregnant, but it's like how gun owners talk to their kids about firearms. They tell them this isn't a toy, and if you're going to use these, you have to be very responsible, and they do that to cut down on gun accidents and people acting irresponsibly with firearms. It should be the same way with sex. And to me, showing sexuality or talking about it isn't necessarily bad, because it's all about the context. There's a difference between showing a documentary that shows prostitutes and showing someone a porno. Or there's a difference between having a foul mouth and being nasty and just talking about it in a practical way. My thoughts are, sexuality is not bad in and of itself. If sexuality is responsible for us all being here, how can it be bad? But this is just my opinion. I'm sure that you guys have your own opinions and they might disagree, and that's okay too.